It's actually kind of like Christmas morning for the bass fishermen in Minnesota. Today's the bass opener. So what we decided to do is get out on a South Metro Lake. Not make it easy on ourselves. What we're going to do is kind of create a little tournament-style fishing. To make it a lofty goal, we're going to try to catch 5 fish for 20 pounds. About 6 hours today. Because it's no easy task, I've brought my buddy Josh Douglas to help me catch the fish today. So it's end of May, Minnesota, so we'll probably have spawning, post-spawn conditions. So we hope to find some females hovering in the shallows, either probably just getting done spawning right now. So we got some hazy conditions, so probably a good chance to catch some fish on a reaction bite as well as some soft bites. Should be a good time.
We're on a good lake. There are definitely a lot of 4 or 5 pounders in this lake, so we should absolutely do a good job at catching them today. Hopefully this rain will let up and we'll be able to get out there and get them.
Let's go catch some fish.
What's the water temp, Josh?
66.5.
Okay. Does that play a part in why you're shallow?
Yeah, definitely. The fish should be, we're trying to figure out whether they're spawning or whether they're already done spawning. They should be up shallow this time of year.
There's definitely a certain percentage of fish that are done spawning, but it's still early enough in the year, even though the water temp's in the upper 60s, that there still should be some fish spawning. But we're trying to figure out what the majority of the fish are doing. Even in post-spawn, a lot of them larger fish that we're looking for will hang around in the shallows or close to it and kind of recuperate before they move to their summer location. Came up and slashed it and I was swimming it in. Yeah, it's a far cry from 20 pounds.
It's off the dock.
I just keep swimming it over here in open water. He kind of followed it and slashed at it. I thought it would be tight to hit it. Oh, he stole the ring fry. Where are your ring fries? Josh is probably going to catch one here. Josh just threw back in and I just missed one. Oh. Probably not very big based on the fact that it stole my bait twice. Ring fry stealing.
Those ring fries are disappearing.
Josh just missed one on a frog that came completely out of the water. I think a pretty good fish. Another little guy on the ring fry, just kind of throw it in the pad pockets, let it flutter down. Let that one go right now. Just rigging this weightless, kind of a 4/0 heavy wire hook. Gives you a little weight for throwing it and helps pull the bait down. There's a bigger one in that pocket. Right behind it. There's one. Better one? Okay. There's no rush in here. It's kind of nice for this, isn't it? So figured out where the little males are. This one I actually took a swipe at Josh's frog and I threw back in there. That's an important point that a lot of times when you're fishing in a team tournament or with your buddies, if one guy's throwing a frog, the other guy can have a soft plastic like a ring fry or a Senko, and it's a good follow-up bait for bait that won't commit to the frog.
What's the action there that you're feeling before you really load up on it?
Usually, a lot of times when you're fishing a weightless bait like this, you'll see your line move.
Like that?
And
Really can't draw it up much better than that.
usually you want to see and feel the weight of that fish, especially with soft plastics. They don't usually spit the bait right away, especially weightless. It feels really natural to them, and it's got kind of a scent and flavor. And so usually you got a second to make sure they've taken the bait and that they have the bait in their mouth before you set the hook. It appears that we've figured out where the smaller male bass are so far. So,
I think they're bigger on fry or what?
could be. We just need to figure out if there's any potential to catch some nicer fish hanging out in here. We just have to weed through them, or if that's all that's in here, we might have to switch areas to achieve our goal. I mean, nothing wrong with catching fish, but kind of have a target that we're shooting for today. Crank that bad boy up. Let's get there. A little bit better. We'll put one in there just so Richard's got one to lay claim to. There's a nice 15-incher. What's that? Here's the bag of baits. Throwing a watermelon candy. It's kind of a darker green, a little bit of fleck. I think he does a good job of imitating a bluegill. So we just take that hook, run it back through, just so that hook's actually skin hook in those ribs, which keeps it weedless, but then doesn't take hardly any pressure to get the hook out. And I like to take these dye markers and just put a little chartreuse on that tail, because I think that imitates the little green and chartreuse flecks you get on the bluegills in the water. It kind of lights up and glows a little bit. Got a heavy 4/0 Vello wide gap hook. Put a little glass bead in front of this ring fry, just because sometimes that gives you a little weight and just a little bit of extra attraction. Time this up on 17-pound fluorocarbon. Little Palomar knot. So, always wet your knots.